Hi there, my name is Tina Gomashi and I'm an immigration attorney here in the United States. Today I'm going to be talking about the H1B1 visa for people from Chile, and I'm also be discussing the E2 visa for people specifically from Chile. Now this is informational only. I do always suggest you get a licensed immigration attorney to consult with before taking any of this information and regarding it as legal advice. This is not legal advice. Now, with regards to the H1B1 visa, what is it? Well, this is a visa that is available for Chileans and Singaporeans. Today I'm going to be specifically talking about people from Chile with regards to this visa. Now, a lot of people say, is it the same as the H1B? Now, it's similar to the H1B in the sense of the requirements. However, it doesn't have the same scrutiny or the lottery, the process that you go through with H1B visas. So the H1B1, the first requirement is that the person being offered the job is being offered a job and being engaged in a specialty occupation. And that means an occupation that requires a significant amount of specialized knowledge plus a post-secondary degree, usually a university degree that is around 4 years. Once you have that, you also have to have a letter from the sponsoring employer that details the job duties you'll be doing, the salary, what the job title is, location, and how long that job will be for. Now, do bear in mind that H1B1s are valid for a period of 18 months, and then you can get a subsequent extension in periods of 1 year. But in saying that, it is important to know that the one downside about the H1B1 is you can't change status on it, nor can you adjust status to residency. So if you come on an H1B1 and you decide, oh, I'd like to change to a student visa, perhaps I'd like to do an E2 and invest out here, you'd have to go back to the embassy and apply there. You cannot do a change of status. That is one important thing to know about it. However, if your intention is to come to the US, work for a company, make some money and go back home, this could be a great visa option for you. And again, unlike the H1B, it's not subject to a lottery, so you have a higher chance of being able to proceed with this visa. And the last thing I want to say again about the H1B1 visa, the last requirement is that your employer will have to do an LCA, and you actually take this to the embassy to get approved and come back in on the H1B1 visa. So these are some of the requirements. Now, a lot of people say, what about the E2? Because people from Chile are also eligible for the E2. It's part of the treaty, one of the treaty countries for the E2 Treaty of Investment Visa. Why would this be better? Well, firstly, you have to remember that the H1B1 is if you want to be an employee. Now, if you own your own company, can you still get an H1B1? Technically, yes, but you'd have to have a board of directors, then have one of the directors be a person that you report to, like an employee, as in an employee role. The difference of the E2 visa is that you can actually own your own company. You can come here, you can invest a certain amount of money, depending on the state, it varies on the state. I've had E2s approved for $60,000, $70,000 that were for businesses in Vegas and Arizona, where businesses in California would require substantially much larger amount. Now you would invest in a business here and you actually are able to build your own business. And do remember the E2 can be renewed indefinitely every 2 years. I have clients that have been on it for many, many years and they just renew it every 2 years. Now, one thing to know with the E2 is that it used to be available for 5 years, but recently, during the Trump administration, got reduced to 1 year. That is the downside of the E2 is that you would have to renew it every year if you wanted multiple entries to go inside the US and outside the US and travel. And many people do this because they want a business overseas and they have one in the US and they want to be able to go in and out. So you would have to have it renewed at the embassy in that situation. However, if you don't mind staying in the US, then you can actually have it renewed inside the US and just do a renewal, which means it'd be valid for another 2 years and you just keep renewing it. The E2 does give you a little bit more flexibility and freedom with regards to what you do. So that is something to bear in mind with regards to both of these visas. Now, if you have any questions or want to know more information on the H1B1 or the E2 visa, please contact me at www.tzglaw.com or hello@tzglaw.com. Thank you.